In the Book of Mormon, the Savior teaches, "When ye are in the service of your fellow beings, ye are only in the service of your God." There are two young men from Logan, Utah, who have always wanted to serve the Lord despite enormous difficulties. It's a story of unconditional love, as well as a story of one family's complete faith in the plan of salvation. Imagine being told your 5-year-old son would never be like the rest of his classmates.
It was really devastating. It was super devastating.
Imagine finding out as a child you have a frightening disease.
I didn't really get it, what it meant, and I said, am I gonna die?
Then imagine learning your two sons both have Duchenne Muscular Dystrophy.
It was really hard. My husband and I just pretty much stayed in the house for 2 weeks and cried.
Duchenne Muscular Dystrophy is an inherited disorder which affects all the body's voluntary muscles. Amy and Craig Wyatt's two sons, Sterling and Christian, found out they had the disease early on.
When I was younger, I didn't really think that it would be that big of a deal, just because I don't think I really understood what having muscular dystrophy meant.
It meant a life of great hardship. Sterling would be using a walker by age 7. Christian was in a wheelchair when he was 11. Remarkably, the boys grew up loving and living life to the fullest.
We all face challenges in life, and it's all for a reason. I've learned that it's better to use your agency to decide to be happy than to use your agency to choose to be sad or choose to let outside forces determine how you feel.
God has a plan for you, and you can spend your life fighting against it and what your mission or your job is here on earth. Or you can help. You can help the Lord complete what He brought you down here to do.
What they were brought down here to do?
I'll work with you once you get settled.
Okay.
Serve missions. But imagine Sterling having only the use of his fingers. Imagine him having no way to function on his own. Then imagine a miracle. The boys' paternal grandparents moved from their Idaho home and moved into an apartment with Sterling. It was decided they would be the ones to help him serve his 2 years in the Utah Ogden Mission Office.
In our ancestry, we've had people that joined the church and gave up inheritances and came across the plains, walked and struggled to get here. And I've looked back at it and I thought, what would I tell those people when I meet them that if I didn't do it? You know, it was too hard, or I was too busy, or it cost too much money.
For 2 years, Sterling's grandfather drove him to the mission office, set him up to his computer, and stayed by his side until the day was done. Sterling would type in referrals for other missionaries.
I'm really grateful that I was able to somehow help people get baptized and receive this great blessing that I've had in my life. And I've seen how the atonement can take your weaknesses, take the things about yourself that you don't like, that you can't change on your own, and it changes you and turns you into a new person.
Sterling's grandmother, Carol Lee, cooked and cleaned while the two became best friends.
We have a little motto in our family. We take the name of Wyatt, "When you are tested, triumph." And that's our motto for our family.
A motto that has come in handy the past 2 years, a motto that will help them through 2 more years. That's because it's Christian's turn to serve.
I'm a little nervous because I've never quite done anything like this. Never worked in an office, so it's a little nerve-wracking, but I think I'll be okay.
After Sterling completed his mission,
Good morning.
Christian now gladly follows his brother's example at the same mission office.
We're glad you're here. We've been waiting for you.
All my life, people have been helping me just to do physical things, simple things that everybody else can do. I don't want to be someone who's getting carried through life. I want to carry somebody else.
If he does need to be carried, his grandfather will be right by his side as well. The Wyatts, former missionaries themselves, will give another 2 years in the loving service of a second grandchild.
I don't know what the purpose of my life will be when we don't have those boys here anymore. It's really given a purpose to retirement for me.
Imagine knowing 5 of your 6 sons have the same disease. Imagine knowing survival beyond age 30 is rare. Then imagine knowing with certainty that the atonement of our Savior Jesus Christ will one day make them whole.
I'm not going to live forever, but there's other things that are more important. And, I might not have a good body now, but that doesn't mean I can't help other people.
I think it's given me an eternal perspective. I've learned to look at things and say, well, maybe I don't have that now, but I know that I'll have it later, and it'll be even better.
It just makes us realize what's important, and that we are an eternal family, that no matter what difficulties or challenges we have, we can work together, and we might have to carry some of them part of the way, but we're going to make it together.